Hey guys, welcome to this about channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Put the post notification for you to be notified. Like the video and comment if you'd like. Let's get into pop and urban entertainment as we usually do.
Now, the Barbie premiere was a success to a lot of the Barbs. They were so happy their queen showed up because it's very rare for her to show up at the pink carpet. As for the ops, as Nikki said, they keep on hating but still watching. Now, they did watch, and some of them were like, "You've been wearing the Barbie chain your whole life. You've been wearing pink your whole life, but this is how you show up in a gray dress, in a gray color. It's not even sparkling. It's not, you don't have the pink hair." The bitterness out of it of haters, the boozers watching Nikki is an obsession at this point. She looked good, and I'm sure Nikki doesn't give an F about it, but the Barbs definitely went in on them. Now this is a Barbie premiere, and everyone was giving paying homage to a certain doll, and Nikki did the same thing. So she looked good to me. She looked good to a lot of her fan base who love her for who she is. She doesn't have to be going around wearing Barbie chain all the time. And Nikki has been appearing on events not wearing the Barbie chain. She doesn't do that all the time. Just because you see it on the music video, you feel like, and if she had overdone it and do it pink this, pink that, Barbie chain, you all would have been picking her, claiming she's trying to upstage the cast members. Either way, you still all boozers would have still been speaking. Moving on to JohnCena, she posted Nicki Minaj a few days ago. For what reasons, we all would love to, because I'm sure Nicki is not going to WWE, or maybe there's a movie between the two of them, or he wants to work with her. Either way, this is always the approach with the famous people. JT is dropping a song on July 14th, solo one, and the Babs feel like they are in responsibility to support JT. So give me your opinion on that. Now they feel like JT has been loyal to Nicki, so this is like a return to support the song on iTunes. Especially, I feel like it's somebody personal choice. But if you as a person do it, good for you. Moving on to Beyonce. The New York Times is naming Beyonce's jumpsuit, the golden jumpsuit, as the most iconic look of the whole tour, which is not a bad look. It's a good one. Beyonce loves shiny stuff on her costume. This is not the first time, and it will definitely not be the last time. My whole thing is, why does she keep on repeating this whole tour? Should she be repeating all these costumes? If you know why she's repeating it, please give me an answer in the comment section. I would love to know like why she's repeating it. It's because it's Renaissance, so now she is definitely doing the Renaissance even on the costumes. So according to Warner Music, Little Mix has sold more than 75 million copies in their entire career, consolidating them as the second female group with the most records sold, behind only the Spice Girls. Now, as long as they are comparing the UK female groups, maybe congratulations to them. But if they are doing it like an entirety of European female groups, I felt like Destiny's Child should have already surpassed that, if I'm not wrong. So tell me your opinion on that. Moving on to SexyyRed. Nearly a month later, her EP has sold 8K at number 193, almost out on Billboard 200. That's my opinion. But congrats to her. This is the first EP that has charted in 200, I guess. And the only song that is on Billboard 100 is with the NickiMinaj. It's on fourth week. So you can tell a lot of people are feeling like, even if Nicki gives you a cosign, it really doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. We can all see it with Chloe. We can all see it with another artist. They have bigger, cosign, but they're not doing well, especially if you don't have all the ingredients. So tell me what you think about that. Now my whole point is, Low-key, you could be right, but again, they need to find their own fan base. Moving on to Latto, people believe that because she's touring around, she doesn't have a manager because she's making major moves and it's impressive. So tell me think about that. Now, Latto's manager came out to praising, Nicki Minaj recently in an interview. So they feel like, Latto's manager is really not standing with Latto after, he praised Nicki Minaj very highly, and this is what he said.
Nicki Minaj. Man, lyricist.
It's a long video, but you can find it on the internet. Now, in case Latto does not have a manager, which I do not believe, that's her manager. He once managed Nicki Minaj during the Pink Friday era, I believe, and Latto went on picking him, believing to have the same success as Nicki Minaj, apparently. So I don't believe he's going around without a manager. She definitely has a manager. Again, she was out here talking about thanking her man. So I don't believe, if 21 Savage can own her publicly, she definitely has a manager, and that was her manager who just spoke highly about Nicki Minaj. So moving on to Megan Thee Stallion, a lot of people feel like Megan has been replaced with KenTheMan. I don't know which kind of hit viral song she has, but she has just signed with Rock Nation few days after Meek Mill went on talking about free Tory Lanez, and few hours later, less than 48 hours, they sign a born Houston, Texas rapper. So I'm sure Megan will not be too happy about this, low key, but let's listen what she has to say. KenTheMan.
We've all been waiting for it. I just signed.
You signed.
Rock Nation.
Say like I'm a thick bitch.
Now, I'll say congratulations to her. I'm sure Megan obviously will not be too happy about this. Let's be honest about it. They're signing a dark-skinned woman just like her, and they're feeling like Megan is definitely not going out of 1501 anytime soon. So we better find somebody else. All the music Megan is delaying is because of 1501 case. So let's find somebody else and replace Megan, which is very sad. Megan is very talented. I hope they will not push her out very fast, just like what happened with Meek Mill. Meek Mill was out of jail. All of a sudden, they're talking about parting ways, yet they dropped Meek Mill. The same thing will definitely happen with Megan Thee Stallion. Less than 2 years, they will part ways, according to the articles that they will publish, but low-key, they would have dropped Megan down to the floor. That's my opinion. So this is sad. Megan is talented to me, very, very talented. She's just always in confusion with everyone else around her, and she is not such a good person to me. So you all tell me what you think about today's topics. If you don't mind, your opinion is valid over here. Stay safe. Bye.